Oh man, I'm finally off the plane. What a long flight. But at least I'm finally on my way to the hotel for my business trip.
Well, it sounds to me like you've had quite the busy day today. And to think that you got stuck in that airport for hours because of that last-minute delay.
Yeah, I really didn't see that one coming. And man, did it take forever to finally get that plane sorted again. There were people starting to get really pissed at the people by the check-in desk. And a bunch of crying kids and stuff too. It was a real mess. I'm just glad that I survived a day like today. Wouldn't you say, Hanny?
Hanny? Where did that come from?
What do you think? It's a nickname that I came up with for you while I was up in the air. I think it's pretty good if you ask me. The truth is that I just had way too much time on my hands. The Wi-Fi wasn't even working on the flight.
I see. Well, I guess I am happy that what you do in your free time is think of names for me.
Oh, well, I'm just so glad that you don't mind me calling you that then, Annie. But just know that I'm the only one who should be allowed to call you that. And you better not let any other men call you something similar, got it?
Well, of course. What other men would I even know who would want to call me something like that?
I'm just saying that you're on mine, you know that? You're my Hanny. Just know that even when I was locked in that hunk of metal flying across the sky, that I was still just thinking about you the whole time. I really do wish I could have brought you along on this trip with me. I've been thinking a lot about how long it's been since you and I were last able to go on a fun trip together.
Oh, John. Stop it. Have you really been thinking of me that much? You're going to make me blush, you know.
Well, we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm finally going to divorce that lousy wife of mine. And then you and I can finally be together as man and wife.
Hold on a second. You're going to divorce your wife?
Of course I am. You didn't think that her and I were going to stay together forever, right? Besides, I really am getting sick of having to deal with that old hag. You're the only one that I want to spend my life with now, Hanny.
Well, while I really appreciate your feelings, I'm not sure that we should be talking about your wife like this.
No, come on. Do you mean that you're really going to pity her more than you do me? Sure, she was pretty once, but now she's just a washed-up old hag. It's like she tricked me into marrying her, and the second we were wed, she started to let herself go. I thought that she was going to be pretty forever. But at least now with someone as pretty as you.
Oh, stop it. You don't need to say those things about me.
But I mean it. I think that you're just so gorgeous, and I feel so happy that you and I ended up together. It really is true. In fact, I want you to know that one of the reasons why I'm working so hard is so that I can marry you one day. In fact, our 3rd anniversary with my wife is coming up, and I was thinking, that's the day that I want to leave her and marry you. Anyways, I'm about to reach my hotel now, so I'll have to get all my things and start checking in. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know how much I miss you.
Hey, Hannah, are you there? I'm really sorry to message you suddenly like this, but do you have a moment to chat?
Oh, hey there, Fiona. I'm actually just a little bit busy right now. But when I finish with what I'm doing here, I'll be glad to talk to you.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that you were busy. I guess that it must be the busy season for your office then, right?
No, it's not a work thing that I'm busy with, actually. I just have a lot that I need to think about.
You have things you need to think about. This wouldn't happen to be about my son's affair, would it?
Wait, what? I don't get it. How did you find out about this?
Ah, I knew it. And let me guess. You've been getting some kind of strange texts from my son as well. Is that right? He's probably said something about some kind of strange nickname. Isn't that right?
Hold on a second. You mean that you even know the name of the woman he's seeing? I don't understand. How did you figure all of this out?
Well, the truth of the matter is that I had a little something done to John's phone not that long ago.
You had something done to his phone? But what does that mean?
Well, you know how John left for his business trip today, don't you? He actually stopped by my house just a little bit before going to the airport.
Oh, yes. I think he mentioned something about going to see you before his flight was supposed to leave.
And anyways, that son of mine still has a bunch of things at my house. Now I know that there's many reasons for why that is. But anyways, while he was messing around with some of his boxes, I happened to see a strange text come to his from a girl named Hannah. And I just knew when I saw that text that I was looking at something that he didn't want me to see. And anyways, I just know that he's seeing another woman.
I don't believe it. Please tell me that this isn't true.
I'm afraid it is. Although I was so upset that while I was on John's phone, I blocked this Hannah girl's number.
Hold on a second. You did what?
Oh, that's not all I did. I also took photos of the text that I had proof of what he was doing. Just think of how let down I was when I realized what John was doing. I agree that I got quite mad, but it's true. I went on his phone and I blocked this Hannah woman's number.
I see. Well, I didn't want to say anything without proof, but things have been pretty strained for John and I.
But then I had another idea. Instead of having this other woman's number be blocked, I switched out her number with yours instead.
Hold on a second. You did what now? Are you kidding me?
No, it's no lie. I made it so that when he thought he was texting this other woman of his, he would actually be texting you instead. I made it so that he'd never notice what he was doing at all.
Oh, I see. That explains those weird texts that he was sending to me earlier then. Fiona, I have to say, I think that you've really outdone yourself.
Well, like I said, I saw those messages coming in on his phone and I just kinda saw red. I'm really sorry to have done that without telling you first, though. But I just couldn't think of what else to do and I knew that I had limited time. And I just knew that if I did this, then there was a chance that he would send you all the evidence that he needed.
Well, I don't think that you have anything you need to apologize for. I mean, the truth is that I was quite sure that John was cheating on me this whole time.
But I bet you were surprised to get those kinds of texts from John. Texts that were meant for the woman he was cheating on you with. I wish I could have told you all of this faster, before that happened.
Oh, it's true. I was surprised and I just kind of played along with what he was saying. And to be honest, now that I know the full situation, I think that we could have some fun with this.
Wait, really? Just what do you have in mind?
I think that I need a little more time to think about this, but I take it that this means he doesn't realize you know that he's having an affair, right? So if he still hasn't realized that you've switched out the numbers, then I think this means we can get even more evidence of what he's done. I don't know, this is kind of exciting. It's like some kind of spy novel or something.
Well, I guess it kind of is when you put it that way. And I'll be sure to send you the pictures that I took of his messages earlier today, okay?
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all your help in this, Fiona.
Hey there, Hanny. I just wanted to let you know that I'm finally getting back from my business trip. But I was thinking about stopping by your place first. I have many gifts that I brought for you while I was away.
Oh, really? You did? Oh, sweetie, that's amazing. I'm so excited.
Well, if you're really that happy, then I'm happy. Maybe I'll even give you all the stuff I got from my wife, too.
Are you sure about that? You really want me to have all of that, too? I just don't want your wife to get mad at you when you come back.
Oh, she won't care one bit if I don't bring her anything. Besides, an old hag like that doesn't deserve to get gifts from me. You know, the whole time that I've been away on my trip, she hasn't messaged me even one time to check up on me. She really is just the worst wife a man could ask for.
Well, don't you think that she might have been just a bit busy, do you? Maybe she didn't have time to message you.
Yeah, no. It is for sure not that. I mean, all that woman does is work and raise a kid. She should have plenty of time to message me too. She's just another mom waiting at home for her husband to come back. So I seriously doubt that she was too busy to send even one message to me. And if she really was that busy with working the kid, then that just goes to show how bad she is at doing those things.
Oh, come on, John. Don't you think you're being just a little unfair? I'm sure your wife works hard.
Oh, Hannah, you really are such a sweetie. Do you know that? I mean, you don't need to say a single thing about my wife, and yet you're trying to stand up for her. I really am lucky to be with an angel like you.
You really think that I'm an angel? Oh, John, you know just what to say. Do you know that?
I just wish that I could have met you before I met Fiona. I still think it's so funny how close your names are. Oh, and by the way, I was wondering if I could spend the night at your place tonight. I have the spare key that you gave me, so I can just head straight there.
Are you really sure about that? I mean, I would think that you should go home to your wife the first night that you're back from your trip, right?
Nah, I'll just lie until it'll get pushed back a day or something like that. Besides, it's not often I get to go to your place. I'll just tell Fiona some silly thing like the plane got delayed and they had to put me up in a hotel for an extra night. Although if I had my way, I would just always be going home to you.
Oh, you really are so sweet. Do you know that? But we're not even married yet.
I know, but one day we will be. And then we can finally have the life that we wanted. And then you and I can finally move in together and have our happily ever after.
You mean that you're really going to do it? You're finally going to divorce her? Oh, I'm sure she'll be shocked by that.
I don't care at all how she feels about it. I am sick and tired of living with that woman when I have you in my life now. I'm going to break up with that old hag, and then you and I are finally going to get married. Maybe I should just text her that I want a divorce right now.
You really think you can pull that kind of crap with me, mister?
Wait, what?
I mean that I am seriously at my breaking point with you. And it's not Hanny, John. It's your wife, Hannah. You've been talking to me this entire time that you thought you were talking to Hannah.
Wait, what? What do you mean? I don't understand. What's going on here? What is this?
Are you really going to make me type out the exact thing that I just told you right now? But anyways, I understand exactly where you're coming from now. We can get a divorce. That's just fine with me. In fact, I already have my half of the paperwork signed. All you have to do is sign your half.
But this doesn't make any sense. How could this be happening? I mean, I thought I was texting Hannah, but I'm actually texting Fiona?
That's right. And for one brief second, I actually thought that you had come up with a nickname for me. But you weren't even creative enough to find a woman with a different name from me.
No, this can't be happening. So then, you're really Fiona? Like, my wife Fiona? This doesn't make any sense at all. I thought I was texting Hannah. It's how she's saved in my contacts. What is going on here? How did all this happen?
Well, I suppose that you just didn't notice. But if you were to open the contact information that you have for Hannah, you'll see that my number is in there instead. And that's why you've been messaging me this whole time. In fact, you've been messaging me instead of Hannah ever since you left for your business trip?
What? You mean that I've been texting you for the past 4 days? This can't be happening. I thought that I was texting Hannah. I was waiting for you to text me.
But I was texting you. And you should really be ashamed of yourself. Do you know that? I mean, to tell this other woman of yours that I never messaged you? To think that you were going to give her all the gifts you had bought me? To complain to her that all I do for you is work and take care of the kids, as if that isn't already a lot. You just really made up a sad little sob story to tell this woman, didn't you?
But that isn't fair. I thought that I was talking to Hannah. You can't use all of this against me.
And just why can't I do that, huh? Anyways, I know that this Hannah you've been talking to is a woman that works at your office, right? Were you really going to try and end our marriage on our 3rd anniversary? I really am let down in you.
I don't get it. I don't get how you found out. I thought that I was doing so well hiding it from you.
But this is good now, don't you think? I mean, now that I know how you feel, we can get divorced just like you wanted. And then you can go and get married to this Hannah girl. Just like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is what I'm going to do, but you weren't supposed to find out that I was cheating on you.
You mean that you were just going to leave me for this other woman all of a sudden and expect me not to guess that you were cheating? Or were you just trying to hide it so that you didn't have to pay for a potential lawsuit against you both? And don't forget about the child support, too. I guess I can't actually see why you would want to try and hide all of this from me after all.
Okay, fine. If it's money you want, then I can pay you, okay? I'll pay for the affair, I'll pay child support. I'll pay all of it. Let's just get divorced and be done with this already.
Ha! And just who do you think you are taking that kind of tone with me? You don't get to brush off your affair like it's nothing.
Well, you already know about it, so I don't see what else there is to say about it. If all you're going to do is lecture me, then let's just get this over with. You know, it's exactly because you act this way that I wanted to cheat on you in the first place. You're always trying to embarrass me. I fell out of love with you, and now I love Hannah with all my heart. So let's do this. Let's get divorced so I can finally marry the woman that I want to.
You really are the worst. Do you know that? And just how are you going to tell this to your parents?
What are you talking about? My mom is going to be thrilled when she sees how gorgeous Hannah is. Do you want a divorce? Let's do this. But I would start packing up your bags now.
After that, John came home with a triumphant look on his face, ready to divorce me and leave me far behind. But what he didn't expect was his mother to be waiting at home there to support me. Not only did she lay into John for lying to me and betraying me, she also told me that she had sent the evidence we had of his affair to the office. John was furious as he knew that office romances were against company policy. She also explained all about her role in helping me learn that he had been cheating on me. John was left speechless, and soon he was informed from his boss that he and Hannah were being let go. Though since he had already signed the divorce papers, he not only had to pay for the affair, but child support as well. Meanwhile, I packed up my things and took me and my child to my parents' house for the time being. As I try and get back on my feet and adjust to the single life, I heard that John and Hannah didn't break up, but both had to scramble to find jobs and are currently living in a cramped apartment room. I've heard through the grapevine that the once happy couple can now be heard shouting loudly at each other through the thin walls of their apartment building. But I just tell myself that this is exactly what John wanted, and have decided to move on with my life. I've since found a new job and was able to buy a good house in a nice area near a good school for my son. I think I'll be happy as long as I never have to deal with John ever again.
Hey, Irene, what the heck is your problem, huh? Care to explain this pie in the fridge? It's absolutely huge. How am I supposed to fit anything else in here? Oh, hey, Luna. I really am sorry for taking the fridge right now. It was just that I baked the pie before going to work last night. I was going to have some after I get back from my shift, but feel free to help yourself to some if you'd like. I have some different kinds of teas in the cupboard that might go well with it. You think I want to have a single bite out of something that some gas station attendant made? Besides, don't you know that I'm on a diet? Oh, I see. I guess I didn't know about the diet. And just why would you go and bake something, huh? Don't you know that we just had our oven replaced? Don't tell me that you used it. Well, yeah, of course I used the new oven. In fact, I was really surprised with how well the pie turned out. I think this new oven really elevated it over a pie that I would have made with the old one. But anyways, the pie is for everyone to share, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I really just can't believe you. You do know that I was the one who bought the new oven in the first place, right? I paid for it all, so just who do you think you are using it without asking me first, huh? I'm sorry, I don't think I quite understand what you mean. I am saying that it's my oven and you should have asked me before using it. I mean, seriously, how old are you that I have to be explaining this? I bought it, so it's mine. It's just that simple, and you should have known better than to use something that isn't yours without asking first. Hold on just a second there. What do you mean it's your oven? I mean, isn't it for all of us to use? Besides, it's your fault that the last oven that we had broke in the first place. That's why he had to completely replace it. Are you kidding me? I know that you're not trying to blame me for this. That oven was on its last legs, and I just happened to be using it when it broke. But then you all had to make this huge deal about it and forced me to buy a new one. But you guys are the ones that were using the oven all the time, which caused it to break. I don't know what you want me to say. You broke the oven, so it's only natural that you should pay to fix it. And besides, I was the one who paid for this oven, and I didn't care at all if other people used it. Well, I am telling you that I bought this new oven, and that means that it belongs to me. Do you understand? So don't go using it without asking me about it first. In fact, the next time that you want to use the oven, I'm going to charge you $5. So what do you think about that? You're going to charge me money just for using the oven? What is the matter with you? So you've got all the money in the world to buy the things to make a pie, but you can't afford $5 to bake it? You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? But maybe it's just that you can't actually afford it. And just what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you are already the age you are, and you're still living with your parents. I think that you can hardly say that you've lived a successful life if that's the case. Not only that, but you work at a gas station and are always bringing back free things from there. And on top of all that, you have to force your sister to buy new appliances. It's pretty obvious that you're nothing but a huge failure and don't know what you're doing with your life. Wow, I can't believe that I'm having to take this from you. What is the matter with you? What's the matter is that you were touching my stuff without asking me first. You didn't buy the oven, so you shouldn't have been using it.
So, you and Luna were getting into it again, because you used the oven that Luna was saying belonged to her.
I wouldn't say that we were getting into it as much as Luna was completely overreacting. I mean, it's like she completely forgot that she bought the oven as a replacement for the one that she broke. And now she's acting as if it's some precious object of hers that only she's allowed to use. She wanted to charge me money to use it.
I see. Well, in that case, it seems to me like it's all your fault.
What? Are you kidding me? How is any of this my fault when Luna was the one who broke the stove in the first place? Luna doesn't even use the oven. She doesn't bake or cook or anything like that at all. So for her to be getting so mad about people using something that she would normally not even touch is just absurd.
Well, sure, you say that the oven broke, but it's really just that one component of the oven broke, right? I mean, it still produced heat and all. I'm not sure the whole thing needed to be replaced, to be honest. But because you made Luna do so, I think you have to take the blame for this. You basically forced her to buy a whole new oven when that really wasn't even necessary.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That oven was so old and had been well used by the time it broke.
I get that, but that still just means that it looked like an old oven. That says nothing about how it was actually working. You should have just made her replace the part that was actually broken. I think that you just wanted a new oven, and that's why you made Luna be the one to go and buy it for you. Honestly, not only is that selfish of you, but it's also just so obvious.
I can't believe what I'm reading. Did you really think this was all some elaborate plot by me?
Oh, come on, Irene. It's not like you're the most mature person. I mean, you're still just working part-time at a gas station. It's clear you just wanted someone to buy you something new. You used Luna and manipulated the situation to get what you wanted out of her. Just admit it.
I am not going to admit something that I didn't do, and I didn't force Luna to do anything.
And I think that you're just changing the story to fit the narrative that you want it to. But the fact of the matter is that you're still living at home and you could never afford something like that yourself. When are you finally going to grow up and move out? You really need to understand where you stand in all this.
Where I stand? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, you're acting like you're so special, but I'm the eldest son and I'm living at home to take care of Mom and Dad. The fact of the matter is that there's no reason for you to be here. I'm the new master of the house. I think you need to recognize that.
Did you seriously just call yourself the master of the house?
Well, it's true. I mean, this house, this land. I'm going to be getting all of it after our parents die. And so I just think you need to realize where you stand in all of this. All I'm saying is that you might want to think a bit about the future and maybe leave my wife alone. Okay?
You better be joking about all of this. I mean, since when did anyone say that you were going to be the master of the house? And just who said that you were going to be inheriting all of that after our parents pass away?
Well, I'm the eldest son, so of course I would get everything and you wouldn't. I mean, sure, you're my older sister, but you're not even married. That's why I'm telling you to stop being such a leech and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet.
Are you kidding me right now, John?
Sorry, I know it's easier said than done. I mean, who wouldn't want to marry a woman working at a gas station? Yeah, but anyways, just leave Luna alone, okay?
Hey, Irene, I was just curious. How much money do you have in your bank account? Do you think you have enough to rent an apartment? And just why do you want to know how much money I have? I mean, I probably could afford an apartment, but why do you ask? I knew it! I knew that you were nothing but a little leech. You had savings this whole time, and yet you still insist on living at home. But now that I know you can afford to move out, I want you to pack up your bags and get out of here. We are done with you. Excuse me? You want me to pack up my bags and leave? Well, you just said that you had enough money to get yourself an apartment, so I'm not seeing what the deal is. But you can't just kick me out of my own home like this all of a sudden. What is going on here? Don't you see that this is all for you? If you don't have this push to help you get out of the house, then you're never going to learn how to be responsible. And since it's clear that you've been selfishly saving up money to hoard for yourself, I don't see any problem with kicking you out. You really think that I'm just some kind of selfish leech? Is that all you think of me? Of course it is, and it's high time that somebody kicked some sense into you, so I am taking it upon myself to throw you out. You need to go out into the world and learn how to take care of yourself. Luna, I'm sorry, but I just can't understand any of this. I mean, I haven't done anything to you or John, and I have a job. Sure, you have a job, but you're still not living on your own or standing on your own 2 feet. You're nothing but a gas station attendant who needs to trick her sister-in-law to buy her a new oven. Well, John and I are done feeding into your bad habits and laziness. That's right. Even John is with me on this. In fact, this was all John's idea. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me that my own brother is trying to kick me out? He thinks that having you around is going to hurt his chances of inheriting the most wealth as possible from his parents, so that's why we're kicking you out. I see. And just what did my mom have to say about this little coup of yours, huh? Does she even know? Well, we don't need to bring this up with her at all. Besides, John already knows that she'll go without plan. After all, this is for her sake as well. And just how in the world do you figure that, huh? Because I know that your mom would rather just live with John and I and would love to get rid of you. Everyone would be better off without a leech like you in their lives. So you're really saying that my mom is on your side and you trying to kick me out? I'm saying that she will be, and that it's no concern of yours to begin with. Now, just pack up your bags, leave, and never ever come back. There isn't a single person in this house who wants you around. So take you and your part-time gas station working behind, and just go already. Okay then, if that's really what you want, I'll be gone before the day is done. And never ever come back. The house belongs to John and I, and that's it. There's not enough room for you here, and there never was. You really are clueless, do you know that? But if I'm not going to be coming back to this home anymore, then I'll make sure that no one can ever go home to it. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? It means that I have tried to be patient with you, and now I am just at my limit. I had no problem when you two moved in. But if you two are really going to try and kick me out of my own home, then I'll have to take matters into my own hands. And I'd rather see this house demolished and this land turned into a parking lot before handing it over to you. Look, Irene, I get that you're upset about being kicked out like this, but you have no authority to do anything like that at all. Oh, really? That's funny, because last I checked, I owned this house, and it's my name on the deed. Wait. What? It's your name on the deed? That's right. So tell me again how I don't have the right to do what I want to my property? What's stopping me from demolishing the house and selling the land? You know that this area is in pretty high demand, right? I could find a buyer within hours, but first I'll go and find a new apartment for myself. And tomorrow I'll look more seriously into what can be done about the house. But... wait, hold on. Are you seriously the owner of the house? Why in the world is it your name on the deed? Well, it's because my mom changed the name from hers to mine, and that made me the owner. You see, after you and John got married, Mom decided to ask me to manage her estate. But I don't get it. Why would she want you to handle all of that? Well, it's because neither of us thought that you and John would want to move in with Mom. And since Mom was worried about what might happen in the future with her health, She wanted me to have the power to handle things if it came to that. But I had no idea about any of this at all. Well, Mom and I were thinking about telling you both, but we just had no idea how long you would be staying. Mom seemed to think that you two were always going to move out soon, though, so she thought better than to tell you both. But anyways, all of this is to say that the talk about you two inheriting the house and not me is just all something John came up with. But this can't be happening. The house, the land, it was all supposed to be ours. Well, don't worry. I'll let Mom decide who she wants to go and live with. And if she ends up picking you two, I'll even make sure to pay you money to take care of her. And just where are you going to get the money to do that? Why would you even do something like that? Well, because I promised Mom that I would take care of her. It wasn't just the house I was entrusted with. But anyways, after I sell this house, I'll also have enough money to be able to take care of Mom. In fact, this whole time, I've been giving help to Mom with her bills and even giving her an allowance. You have? But I really had no idea about any of this at all. Well, now you do. But anyways, I've got to go and start packing up all my bags. I'll explain what's happening to my mom, and you can explain this all to John. I would start packing up your things as well, by the way. You won't have much longer here. No, this can't be happening. You're lying. You've got to be lying to me right now. I mean, our whole plan, it's all gone. We were going to have the house all to ourselves, really make it our own, and now you're telling me that we're actually getting nothing? Yep, there won't even be a house standing by the time everything's said and done. But your brother is the eldest son. You can't just take his house from him. I already told you that John was never getting the house, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But anyways, him being the eldest son means nothing. So anyways, I'm going to go and pack. Good luck with everything. So in the end, I packed up my bags, lived in a hotel for a week while I apartment hunted, and ended up finding a great condo to live in. I made sure that it had room for 2 people since I knew that my mom would want to come and live with me and not Luna and John. She actually loved the place so much and was much happier there than back home. As for my brother John and his wife Luna, they had quite the panicked packing after they realized their time living at home was limited. They had actually drawn so many plans of all that they wanted to do to the house once my mom and I were out of the way. But all of their dreams and plans and blueprints came down to nothing as bulldozers tore down the house and flattened the land into an empty lot. I hear that the 2 of them are living in a terribly cramped apartment these days with almost no savings to speak of. I really have no idea where their money went. They must have thought they were going to get so much from owning the house after they kicked me out. It's clear, however, that they should have come up with a backup plan for themselves. I can only hope that this experience has taught them to always double-check documents and know the full context of what they're getting themselves into, to say nothing about lessons on how to treat people.